Alrighty then, let's do part 5 of my Doom playthrough. I wasn't actually going to do this today because I'd already streamed some Lords of the Fallen playthrough earlier, but I thought, what the hell? Let's do this. So, as you can see, we have Against Thee Wickedly. Let's do it. Now I've got to try to remember what I achieved, what I got done before. Oops. This is quite a tough level. Well, actually, it's not quite a tough level. It is a tough level. And it's tough because it's one of those levels in Doom where you have to take damage from the environment, and that compounds things. So you're not just taking damage from the beasties, you're taking damage from the environment. Where did I get? Oh, I must have got him. Right, okay. And there's also a cyber demon, as I pointed out in the last video, that's actually hidden over there where I'm shooting at the Cacodemon, the wonderfully named Cacodemon at the moment. There's this hulking great big bloody cyber demon, and this isn't the last level. As I said in one of my previous one of the previous episodes, well, actually it would have been the last episode, this chapter, Thy Flesh Consumed, was released as part of the Ultimate Doom collection, and it's a ramp up in difficulty over the other levels. As anybody that has been watching previously will know that I got through those earlier levels quite quickly. This is where everything slows down. This will be my second. This is the second part of Thy Flesh Consumed. Hell. There's an invisible wall over there. You probably can't quite make it out, but... And oh, crap. This is tough. Yeah, I was playing Lords of Fallen and I was very harsh in the stream on it. It is a Souls style game, for those of you that might not know what I'm talking about. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne. Oh my god, there's another one. They all have a very distinctive playstyle, which is absolutely phenomenally difficult gameplay. Married to an RPG style elements, leveling up and so on and so forth. And they are very, very tough. Why is this not working? Because I pressed the wrong bloody button. Well, looks like I'm heading towards Deathville. Oh, hell. Right, I just want to try... if I can pull though. I actually don't know where I'm getting shot from. Am I getting shot from in here? Where am I getting shot from? I'm not doing very well. I try to turn the volume down on the television while I'm playing games, while I'm streaming games, because I use the standard on the Xbox. Oh shit! On the load game, because I don't want to end up with no weapons. I use the standard Microsoft headset, and it's not the greatest, to be honest with you. It's for some reason I have one of those voices that microphones don't like. I don't think it's because I've got a voice that not very many people like, to be honest with you, but it doesn't really pick up. I don't know if it's the frequency of my voice, but microphones usually have to be set to the highest settings in order for my voice to come through quite clearly. And this usually means I have to get a good quality microphone. And because I don't have the money at the moment anyway, but I can't afford to get the Microsoft, sorry, a decent controller. What hit me then? What hit me then? It wasn't him, because it wasn't aha. Right, okay. Those over there. Oh hell. I really hate this level. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm pretty much knackered again. My objective was to try to do this part and then what am I saying? I don't know. See the right, I'm gonna alright, I'm gonna have to put some overtime into this one, I think. Like I say, this is one of the much harder levels in Thy Flesh Consumed, which in of itself is hard. Impossible. I've done this before, but it's trying to remember the correct way in which to do things that maximizes your health. Right. Save frequently is the key. Yeah, that one. Because it's very easy to balls up and lose a lot of health on this level. Because, as I was saying earlier, you have to go down there into the lava, whatever the hell it is. And that consequently means that... Ah, right, there's the guy from before. He's up on the pillar there. I was wondering, I definitely got shot by something that wasn't a Caco demon from out there. Because their fireballs are very distinctive. See, this is the thing with this level. It's tough on the old players. I think what happened, and I know this happened with the master levels, and which was available in Final Doom, people complained about the game being too easy, because that's what people did back then. People didn't like easy games back when Doom came out, and it was actually, you know, as I say, you watch my stream of the other Doom videos, it is actually quite clear that it isn't the most difficult. Obviously you can ramp the difficulty levels up, but I'm not playing this on the easiest setting. It's probably on the medium / hard setting, and I quite easily ploughed through the earlier levels, and that was the thing with Doom. It wasn't the most difficult, and people therefore wanted it to become more difficult, and so hence why we got just quickly save again. Hence why we got the sort of escalation of difficulty in Thy Flesh Consumed, because it's basically what people wanted. Gamers were a lot different back then to what they are now. They had different sensibilities they wanted from their games. They were a lot more tolerant to getting cheesed like I just did then. How the bloody hell do I get this now? I'm trying to remember. Did I just... I did. Right. Oh, crap. I think I... Did I get... No, I didn't. Oh. It's a good job I put my bloody rocket launcher away, otherwise I'd have been bod deady right about now. Get that. Right. Let's get that saved. I think I mentioned it in a previous video, I'm not 100% sure now, but now the PlayStation version of Doom, because it was password driven, there was no actual way to save your game. No, I didn't think that would work. I needed that. I need health as well. And so, I mean the PlayStation... Oh, crap! The PlayStation version never had this level in it because it's just too complex. But, need that for the red key. I'll save that for when I come back. If I come back, if I live. Now where did you go? I will form a coherent sentence before long. But yeah. Well, basically... Sorry, I promise you I will form a coherent sentence. Yeah, the PlayStation handled most of Doom exceptionally well. But the more complex levels, i.e. levels which had, one would describe as more verticality, like a level like this, it didn't like. And it's just understandable. A place, you know, it was a games console. There he is. Right, you'll have to just pardon me a second, because this is where this gets hard. Yeah, so they took those levels out and they did put some levels in that suited the hardware limitations of the PlayStation. And all in all, it was a damn good version. This is really tricky, this. Oh, because you get bloody stuck sometimes. Right, now this gets a bit like Jeopardy, because now I've got to fire rockets. And you've got to be careful not to fire a rocket and strafe into a wall, because rockets are slow firing. I mean, I'm actually screwed here because I haven't got any energy. Oh, come on. See, he won't. Ah, there we go. See, that's what happens when you stick your head out too far. Hence why you have to keep saving on this level, because it's really easy to get nailed. Right. Bloody hell, I hate that damn cyber demon. Crying out loud. I don't believe that. I actually killed the bloody thing. Honestly, whoever designed this bloody level, 5 minutes with them. Fuck off, Twitter. In the mood for you. Oh, get out! Oh, I see, this is where he becomes annoying. I'm going to try and use rockets because faster projectile than the BFG 9000. See, I get stuck on the damn scenery. Now, it'd take too long. Bastard! Just wasted them shots. Might try to see if I can nail it with the plasma gun. So you've got to bear in mind, I've got to bear in mind I need energy to get to the end of it. Ah, hate this level, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. And still it lives. Yeah. I'm going to try the plasma gun from the word go. That didn't work. Oh, piss off! Stupid game. Like I'm going to try and do the level with a pistol. Morons. Jesus. I wonder if... Let me try something insane. Try and get to try something insane. Right, this is probably insane. But, needs must. Okay, that would have worked had I not got stuck on the wall. I'm pretty confident about that, so... Okay. Let's go for Let's go... I will get the right weapon at one. Let's go for insanity plus... I don't know whether to save here. This isn't working either way. Starting to get quite cross with this now. Hello? Don't fuck up on me, computer. Or console, or whatever they're bleeding now. See, splash damage is my enemy. That little thing there. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking... Telling you, 5 minutes with the twat who designed this level. Oh, that didn't work. Look, it gets stuck on the fucking scenery. It's stupid. Well, that didn't work either. There's got to be a way of doing this. Fucking come on. Historically, in the past when I've done it, I've been able to do it from here. But it's not the best way of doing it. Because you get stuck on fucking walls. Oh, go fuck yourself. Fucking... Right, you know what? I'm sick of doing that bit. This is how annoyed I'm getting now. The BFG 9000 has to be the way to go, but I need it to stand still. Jesus Christ. Oh, for God's sake. gonna fucking cheat. I am not gonna skip this level. I'm gonna take this fucking cyber demon. I'm gonna shove that rocket launcher so far up his fucking arse, he'll be able to blast his fucking nose into outer fucking space. Now get your fucking stupid arse where I can shoot you, you piece of fucking shit. This fucking... Alright, now we don't fucking shoot when I'm pulling the trigger. Great. And there's a twat over there who can fuck off and all. Just too damn slow. Oh, bollocks. Oh, I thought he was fucking dead for a minute then. What the fuck is hitting me from over there? If I haven't got enough to fucking deal with. Ah, I'm absolutely fucking kippered. Is there no energy at all? Fucking level is a bastard. Great, I've killed it and I've got 10% fucking energy. What am I supposed to do with that? That's just fucking brilliant, that is, isn't it? It's not even worth saving the game. Fucking hell, I've just had a thought. No, it wouldn't have worked because the dickheads have put that thing in the way. Yeah. I'm absolutely fucking kippered here. Because I've not got enough energy. I can't... Please, please let that... No. 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 Nope. I can't even get to see if there's any energy there because I've not got enough. 5 minutes with the developer of this level, the level designer. 5 fucking minutes is all I ask. Well, I'll just have to bleeding die and see the thing there. I could now. Can I get to that? Ah, hang on. Can I get to that? No, hang on. Is there a secret over here? The secret door. He knows it wants to give me a secret door. Knows it wants to let me out there. Does it make sense? Ha 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 ha! I know where the teleporter is. It's gonna be in there. Oh, doomy, doomy, doom, doom. Hang on. Whoa, hang on. No, I fucked it. I fucked it. Piece of shit. Right. I'm calm. I'm not gonna go mental. Because I'm going to try a slightly different approach to my cyber demon problem. Oh shit! Fucking hell, I tell you what. This game is trolling the shit out of me at the moment. Right. Where's he gone? Look how slow the BFG 9000 bolts actually travel. Oh, that did not hit me. Fuck you, get fucked. So that's not working either. Who puts that there? Which penis is tired of living? Just gonna keep firing these. I'll run out. They actually... I don't even know if they're actually hitting it. Ha 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 ha! Kiss my fucking arse, you son of a bitch. I knew I'd figure a better way of doing this shit. Right. What you lot all didn't see then was me actually flicking the bird up at that son of a bitch on the screen. Could you get Doom 4 early access if I call them? I've got no idea. I wouldn't have thought so. Not legally. Did I save? I'm just going to make sure, double check. I'm not even sure if I need to go out here actually. Oh, bugger. Bugger. Right, that's the one I wanted. I just know there was a red key. Oh, just when this game you think, aha. Yep, you need to die and fuck off and other assorted niceties that I can think of. So, have that. Oh, he didn't need to get it. Up here. Single-ing-a-ding along the way. Plenty of them things. Da. Good. Right. Whoo! 94. Yeah, there was probably some idiots that I didn't do before. And hell followed. So, reference to... what's it? One of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Which doesn't fill me with a great deal of confidence for this level. One of the things when I do play Doom a lot, but like I say, I play the PlayStation version more than the PC version, which this is based on. And that's the thing, when you come across levels you're not overly familiar with, you can't really remember that well. I mean, I have played and completed this version on PC, and this version, which was on the Xbox 360. But it is easy to forget. If you play quite a number of games, it can be easy to forget where things are in the level, and also sometimes the best way of taking things out with each differing version of Doom, there's always that, you know, sometimes baddies are in different places. Oh crap, forgot about that. You know, it's not always the same. I'm not making excuses for being shit. I mean, I am shit at games. I'm getting old. And my memory's not as good as it was. But you play different versions of the same game, you're bound to forget shit. That's just the way it is. That's life. And as much as I love Doom, and as much as I've played it, and I've played that many different bloody versions of it. Saturn, 32X was actually the 32X was the first time I managed to play Doom. I wanted it for years, and I'd actually tried to get it on PC when I was about 19. I tried to get a PC that would run it, and I think they were it was either a Pentium 1 or it was a 486. I think it was a 486. Of course, I couldn't afford to buy a PC with cash back then. I mean, I was working, but I mean, I was working in it was like an office junior. It was pretty low paid fare. Oh Christ! Again, the problems of playing with the volume down is you don't hear the things you need to hear. That phone can go and fuck itself. I hate that fucking phone. I hate the sound. I hate the fact that people phone ear on it. I would love nothing more than to live in a world where you can tell people to go fuck themselves and never bother you on a phone. Well, have you got a phone? We need a phone number. Oh, so you can fucking phone it with you trying to sell you pointless tat and bullshit that nobody wants. So yeah, different versions of Doom. Primarily, that becomes the issue when you go back to play a different version of it. It's just things are in different places a lot of the time. That also changes with depending on the difficulty level you also play the game on. And yeah, I mean, it just becomes a little interesting at times. I mean, personally speaking, for me, I've said it before and I'll say it again because it's worth saying again. My favourite version was the PlayStation version, and I know it's not the definitive version. I know that the PC, or this version, which is the PC that was just put on console, I know that this is the definitive version because it's the best version. Technically it's the best version, but it's different for everyone, you know. Going back, yeah, that's what I was saying about the PC. Yeah, I tried to buy I was 18 or 19, I think, I was 19, and I was working as office junior and earning very little money. Not quite as little as I'm earning now, but yeah. And I tried to buy a 486 PC on credit, so I could essentially play this. When people talk about system sellers today, when people talk about games that you would buy a games console for, back in the day, Doom was a game that I would have happily spent well over £1,000 on a PC for. And as insane as that may seem, that's how much I wanted this game. And naturally, I mean, this is back in the early 90s when banks and what have you still took responsibility for lending people money. And they knocked it back because I didn't have a sufficient credit history. I had no credit history at all. I didn't even own a credit card back then or anything. So yeah, I got knocked back, which was, I remember being absolutely gutted. And then, I mean, I had a Mega Drive, I had an Amiga 1200, and because I couldn't get Doom, I was playing Doom clones on the Amiga 1200. I had a couple. Ow, 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 ow. Son of a bitch. Really? Like, normally it does hit you, you can. God, I'll be glad when I've done this. Yeah, on the Amiga, I would play Doom clones. I had Gloom, which was fantastic. Fears, which wasn't so fantastic because I only had the standard Amiga 1200. Now, Gloom ran fine in a lower res version. It ran well. Obviously, if you tried to bump up the power on it, it didn't like it. But nevertheless, it was still very good, and it was very enjoyable. I always used to laugh. They ripped off certain sound effects from Hollywood movies at the time. Like the doors opening were taken from Aliens when they opened the big doors in the colony. They took that sound sample for Gloom, and I'm sat here not playing the game and waving my arms in the air as if there are people sat in front of me. And they took the sound. It was like these reptilian creature things. They took the sound of the velociraptors from Jurassic Park and yellow key. Everything needs the yellow key. Don't have the yellow key yet. It's in there and I don't know how to bloody well get in. What was I saying? Yeah, they basically half-inched the sound from Jurassic Park for the velociraptors and used it for the reptilian creatures in the game. But squeeze me? How did you hit me from there? But the actual game the game itself was excellent, especially on an Amiga 1200. That was about as close as I got to playing Doom. I gotta say, I got Fears as well, which was another first-person shooter. In order to get anything resembling any kind of frame rate, and I mean any kind of frame rate, I had to run it in such a tiny window. It was almost like a postage stamp size window. It was pathetic, and I couldn't see what the bloody hell I was doing half the time, and I just died repeatedly. And the other one I got was Alien Breed 3D. And I keep spamming, well, not spamming, that's the wrong word for it. I've messaged Team 17 a few times on Twitter and said, you know, like, you keep making Worms games, And you know, like you made the updated versions of Alien Breed, well, not updated, sort of like reworked versions of Alien Breed, on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, for crying out loud, get in there. Can you please, pretty please, do a reworked version of Alien Breed 3D, because it was another one where, again, I had to compromise so badly on my Amiga just to get it to run. And I would really have... It was actually a really, really good game from what I remember of it. This is Alien Breed 3D, not just Alien Breed. Alien Breed ran perfectly fine, as did Alien Breed 2. Which, if memory serves me right, was Tower Assault. It's called Tower Assault. Anyway, I liked it. It was good. And they ran fine, but the minute you went 3D on the Amiga, it went a bit wonky, unless you had a powerful Amiga. Like I say, a standard out-of-the-box Amiga 1200. It was just, you were having a laugh. It was an excellent computer. A bloody good computer, but it wasn't designed with that in mind. It needed an Amiga with considerable more horsepower. And what was I saying? Yeah, the Amiga... God, I hate this. It's because it's in pseudo 3D plane. Yeah. Things. Shit. Yeah, that was as close to playing those games, those clones on the Amiga was as close as to what I ever got. It was actually, interestingly, the first 3D, it wasn't impossible on the Amiga, it just, like, oh crap. I remember playing the Jurassic Park game, and there was actually a whole section when you went inside the bunkers, where the velociraptors were in the bunkers, that was done in 3D. Not do anything. Okay. And yeah, that was damn good. That was a really interesting little level, or little part of the level. Dare I risk it? I could do with the health. Go on, let's have a laugh. Let me save it first though. And yeah. So, fast forward a little while. I had a Mega Drive, and there were certain games on there that you could do 3D with. Also, sorry, there were certain games that were 3D shooters on there that were pretty good. And then they released the 32X, which wasn't really... It didn't strictly... I know I've missed loads out of that, but I just want to get it done. It didn't strictly become 32-bit because it used two 16-bit Hitachi, I think it was. I think they were Hitachi processors running in tandem, which is not... That's not strictly 32-bit architecture. It's a bit of a cheat. But it got me a version, albeit even more trimmed down than the PlayStation version of Doom. And that was incredible. Because there I was, sat on a burned out Mega Drive that was massively old at the time, with a 32X life support system plugged into it, which is what it looked like, with all the wires hanging out the back. I think the Angry Video Game Nerd summed it up quite well. It looked like it was on life support, and it did. I mean, I I never had the Mega CD. I wanted the Mega CD, but I had to make a choice between the 32X and... I had to make a choice between the 32X and the Mega CD, as I could only afford either one, either or. And although the Mega CD looked technically outstanding, which it did, you have to remember this is the very early days of full motion videos, so when you saw something that looked as good as it did on the Mega CD and sounded as good as it did too, you have to remember that because it was often streaming that kind of CD based audio, it was phenomenal, really was phenomenal. But the 32X had Doom, and that's what made me want to get it. It had Doom, and it had, as I understood it at the time, was a revamped version of Star Wars Arcade. Now, Star Wars Arcade is, if not my favourite, certainly a close second favourite arcade machine of all time. The only arcade I ever played as much on as I did with that was Rastan Saga. But I'll have to be honest, sitting in that Star Wars cabinet as a kid, thinking I was in an X-Wing, was an experience that, unlike any other. It was just brilliant. It was a brilliant experience, and back then it was as close as damn it as you were going to get to having the genuine Star Wars experience like that. It was bloody fantastic. So yeah, I suppose on reflection, looking back, I would have to say the Star Wars Arcade was my favourite. Wasn't a huge fan of the Return of the Jedi machine, and I thought the Empire Strikes Back should have been better than the Star Wars one, just like the movies, but it wasn't. Ooh! But yeah, God, I went on for a bit there out of the way. But yeah, those are the reasons why I got the 32X as opposed to the Mega CD. Now I understand some people think that was ridiculous, but you have to bear in mind it was what it was back then. You got what you could afford, and you had to make, like you do whenever you're on a tight budget, you have to make decisions based on what you think you're going to play. Before anything else. And that's how I've always thought about games consoles and what games consoles I want to buy and why I want to buy them, which ones I want to get. I've always weighed up the games. I don't really do brand loyalty. I like PlayStation. I wasn't overly fond of the PS3. It wasn't a terrible console. I just preferred the Xbox 360 in spite of its crappy build quality. But the PlayStation 2, the original Xbox, not Xbox One, the original Xbox, is one of my favourite consoles, one of my top consoles of all time. But it's not my top console of all time. I would have to say that was the original PlayStation, and I have back and forwarded on this one so many times over the years, because for me personally, I didn't own a Nintendo until my first Nintendo console was the N64, But I'm all over the place, aren't I, with this this chat. Let me get some bullets, some shells. I mean, the reason why that's annoying, right there. I can see something that I'm thinking. I'm hoping it's not a spider mastermind, but I got a horrible feeling it is. If not, it's an arachnotron. But I've got this horrible feeling it's a spider mastermind, and I don't know why. It just... legs look too big for an arachnotron. Just try and get rid of these arseholes. Yeah, the reason why it was I preferred... I didn't grow up in an arcade, obviously, but I grew up with arcade machines. That is a spider mastermind. Shit. Quick save because I don't like fighting bosses without doing a quick save first. Yeah. Have it. Sod off and all. Did it blow up? Did it blow up? It blew up. Hooray! Hurrah! We're all really happy. Super duper. Yeah, I always preferred arcade conversions of games. Those are the things I used to get the most on my Commodore 64. My cousin in Canada had the an NES, and he really introduced me to the concept of playing games on a console and how much better they could be than on a computer at the time. Because I was a computer player. I was somebody who played games on a computer, on my Commodore 64, later on the Amiga. But when I visited Canada, I think it was in '89, I sat and I played Super Mario Brothers. Don't know which one it was. I think it was the original. Probably was back, judging by the date. And I also played that. I'll have that. And I will jump down there. And I think... I think I've finished it. Spider Mastermind must have sent forth its legions of hellspawn before your final confrontation, the terrible beast from hell. But you stepped forward and brought forth eternal damnation and suffering upon the Horde as a true hero. Of course I did. As a true hero would in the face of something so evil. Besides, someone was going to pay for what happened to Daisy, your pet rabbit. See the previous stream that I did at the end with little pet rabbit's heads on the spike. But now you see spread before you more potential pain and gibbitude. As a nation of demons run up. I was reading that. Right. This is a prequel to Doom 2. I can tell you that now. There's Daisy Rabbit Head. That's you, the Marine, holding a shotgun that doesn't appear to have any triggers on it, and holding a shotgun very wrongly as well, because you won't do much with that. Yeah, this was a prequel. That is Earth in the background, the city on Earth, or the city of Arseholes as it's now known. And basically this came out when they knew they were doing Doom 2, which was set on Earth. So this is kind of a prequel to Doom 2, as well as being the final chapter of Doom, the Ultimate Doom thing. I've done it. I'm just relieved that I managed to get this entire playlist done of Doom, and hopefully I didn't make too much of a complete arse of myself while I was playing it. I certainly had a lot of stress moments, certainly a liberal sprinkling of foul language, for which I do apologise for slightly. But anyway, just to finish up what I was saying, which I've forgotten. Yeah, I never got Nintendo. My cousin had an NES, and I played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on it. The first one, I think it was by Konami, and it was where you had the top-down sections and you had the platformy sections, and it's made infamous on the Angry Video Game Nerd. He did an angry review of it, and we played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, Super Mario Bros. I'm sure he had Super Mario Brothers, I seem to recall that. But anyway, I was blown away. I mean, I was used to, back then, sitting and waiting for 10 minutes for a bloody game to load on my Commodore 64, and within seconds we were in a game. And graphically, it just looked superior. Sound-wise, Commodore 64 had really good sound for an 8-bit computer. But it was the idea that I didn't have to faff around. The idea, because I like playing games, I wasn't really bothered about much else. And the idea that I could just sit and put a cartridge into this device, flick the power button, and within seconds be playing games just appealed to me. Because playing games on a Commodore 64, not only was it cumbersome waiting for the damn tape to load, there was also the very frequent occurrence of the tape not loading. And it was a computer, it wasn't a games console. It played games okay, but it was a compromise, it was a pain in the arse. You got a single button controller where the NES had a 2-button controller, so I was blown away, and I come back and I was like, yeah, I really want one of those NESs. And then I saw the Sega Master System, and what got my attention was the fact that this was just prior to the Mega Drive coming out, because that was me all over. I got the Master System just before a bloody Mega Drive come out. What drew my attention was, first of all, it was Sega, and I love playing the Sega arcade machines, Shinobi, Outrun, Golden Axe, all of that stuff. I absolutely love playing. Space Harrier, Afterburner, all of that kind of stuff. It was a staple for me. And so, given the choice between getting an NES and a Master System, back then my decision was I want the Master System because I can get, as I would have interpreted it, as good arcade conversions on an 8-bit that I could get. I really should have got the NES, to be perfectly honest with you, because that, in hindsight, that had more games that I was used to playing. Not used to playing, well, yeah, kind of more games that I was used to playing on the Commodore 64. They were more varied. There was more original games. They were more challenging. And it was, in my opinion, in hindsight, it was better. Sorry, any Sega lovers, I love Sega too, but I just think the NES was a better machine than the Master System. But the Mega Drive come out, and I thought, wow, that looks really awesome. But funnily enough, with the Mega Drive, it wasn't so much arcade games that drew me to that. Although I wanted the version of Golden Axe it had, because back then that was as near as damn it to the arcade as I'd ever seen, and that was one of my favourite arcade machines. So I would say Star Wars Arcade, Rastan Saga, and Golden Axe were my 3 favourite arcade machines at the time. And yeah, I got the Master System. and then I got the Mega Drive. But what I got the Mega Drive for was Road Rash. Road Rash was absolutely fucking brilliant, and it just blew me away. I have no idea how I got on this. Oh yeah, favorite games console of all time. That would have got it for a long time, but the PlayStation for me, not only did it have a really good version of Road Rash that I liked. I know some people didn't like the original one, not the Road Rash 3D or Jailbreak. The first one that come out that had all of the full motion video in and had some really cool music in at the time, like Soundgarden and Swerve Diver, I can't remember. It had really good music in it. But I also like the setting in it. I like the graphical style. I like the setting. It was like a really big upgrade of the original Road Rash that I played on the Mega Drive. And yeah, the PlayStation just has had the most games that I've spent the most time with down the years. I still have a lot of my PlayStation games that are sticking to the PS3 now and then. I really should let go of them, to be honest, because they're just stuck in a wardrobe, gathering dust most of the time these days. There's only Doom that I regularly pull out to have a go on the original PlayStation version. I like collecting games, but I'm a believer that games should be played. Like, I believe comic books should be read and movies should be watched. Having a collection of things is fine, but I really do think that it's important that you play and appreciate them, because that's what the creators wanted you to do. And I have an awful lot of old games at the moment that are just sat in storage because I don't have the space to have them out and play them regular. It just seems a shame. I'd rather somebody get the benefit of them who wants to actually play them. So I think I'll probably end up letting them go, selling them off. But anyway, yeah, I've prattled on long enough. Thanks to people that have watched this 5-part stream of me going through the original Doom, which is the original Doom that came out on the Xbox 360, played on an Xbox One. So there you have it. So thank you for watching that. Hopefully I will stream the new Doom, which isn't being marketed as Doom 4, which has been marketed as Doom, which is kind of confusing because Doom 3 was a remake of Doom. So is Doom a remake of a remake, or is Doom a remake, or is it just like a complete, I don't know what the friggin' hell it is, but I'm looking forward to it anyway. Providing the river don't rise and all of that other stuff, come May the 13th, I think it's out, Friday, May the 13th, yes it is. Hopefully, I might do a little bit of streaming, and it'll probably be off the PS4, because that will be my preferred console. Again, whatever, I can't remember, I've lost my train of thought. Okay, I'm going now. Thank you for watching, guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next stream.